So we've had a lot of different devices as we've started here, right? We started with a big old platform walker, from the railing to a hemi walker, and now your hand function is so good we're using this regular walker.
As I understand it, I was brought in to Mercy, and they had me on life support for a week, and then they induced a coma. I had problems apparently when I was under. I had pneumonia, and then my kidneys started to fail. I had a stroke at some point.
This all happened July 1, was the day he was taken in. He golfed all day Wednesday. He was fine. Everything, I mean, he had been normal. I woke up at 8:30 in the morning, and his whole side of the bed was covered with blood. Well, come to find out, he had GI bleeding. And if I would have waited 10 more minutes to get him to Mercy, he'd have been gone.
I was one of the first people that got to see him. I looked at his swallow, looked at his communication skills, and at that point he wasn't safe to eat. So we had to make a decision to put a temporary feeding tube in through his nose. We knew that that was only a temporary fix. I had talked to the admission coordinator, Joe, and she said, "What do you think?" I said, "We got to give this guy a chance." I said, "He's young, he's motivated, he's got a good sense of humor." I said, "I think he deserves a chance."
He was in a serious spot in his medical diagnosis, and I know that when, as admission coordinators, we know what our team can do, and we know what Dr. Johnson and Thea can do. I knew that if he was going to get better, this was going to be his only chance, the best chance for him.
Fairly low level in terms of his function after his stroke, and it was just took a big team effort to get him to the point where he's at now. Everyone working together to benefit him this way, yeah.
He will do everything I ask him to do. He will try, and I always tell him, I will only push you as far as you can handle, so you just have to trust me.
It used to take 4 people to get me from my chair into my bed, and now my wife can do it. And I'm down to 1 person for any kind of movement. Well, I feel like somebody special to every one of them, and I've had wonderful therapists, and they push. Primarily Erica and Shannon. When I have an idea what I want to do the next day, they'll help me do it. And I never know what I'm going to want to do the next day. I just always want to do something to bring me closer to the door home. So when they say, move this back, center yourself over your feet, they put me in that position so I can visually see what it is I've got to be at. And that's priceless to me.
Especially when we're in the gym and there's several patients in there. And, you know, I'm peeking around, you know, I'm seeing what this therapist is doing with this person. You know, this person needs this type of help. It's just amazing.
Dr. Johnson and his team are amazing. If this ever happened to me again, God forbid, this is where I want to be. As much as I don't like being hospitalized, I don't want to leave these people. They're wonderful.
He's the miracle man around here. That's what we always call him. This is why we do what we do, to see him get to this point. I'm getting chills right now. I'm gonna lose it when you leave next week.